everyone, Melissa here with my brand new fancy purple double dipped silicone mat that I am in love with. Today I am going to be doing something I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to be giving my first impressions on a company that is brand new. They just started the end of the year. I think December 28th is when their stuff went live on Amazon. They are an Amazon selling dip nail brand and other kinds of nail art, but so far this was the only kit they had online, and it is called the Holo collection. So it comes in this really cool box. Glitzzy Nails is the name of the brand, but it comes in this really cool big box. Really nice looking. So let's pop this open and see what's on the inside. Okay, so we have in here a full set of liquids. So we've got our base coat, activator, and top coat. It comes with a little cuticle pusher with a scraper edge, a file, looks like it is, I'm not sure what grit these are. Oh, there's another one down here. Come up. So this would be the file, and then this is a buffer. A file and a buffer, that's really cool. A brush. To dust off the excess powder. We have a little booklet here with looks like full instructions, which I will look at a little bit more thoroughly before I use the liquids. I have, oh, it's a little note in there. And then I have this little card here, and then this is a scratch off. So you can see if you win money. I don't know if that comes in all of them, but that's pretty neat. And then this kit comes with 8 colors. Now, looking at these, they all appear to be glitter, which makes sense. It's the Holo collection, so they're probably all Holo glitters. I'm going to just remove this from the box so that I can pop these colors out real quick, and then we'll open them up and take a look at them. Here, I'm over here just trying not to break my nails. This one is coming apart a little bit. Oh, and there it went. Okay, that's all right. We've got builder gel, so we can fix that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Chrome Sweet Chrome. It makes me wonder if these can be chromed. We're gonna take a look inside and see if there's any actual pigment in them or if it's just glitter. Because if they can be chromed, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this first one, like I said, is called Chrome Sweet Chrome. And it looks like a silver holo. Just gonna get into there look to be multiple sizes of silver holo, but they are all finer sizes. There are no like medium or chunky sizes. So I'm interested in how this is gonna swatch. And again, I'm gonna have to test a chrome on this just to see, because it is called Chrome Sweet Chrome. This one is called Nighty Night. Looks like a dark holo glitter, which is probably gonna be the one that I'm gonna wanna wear if I can get it open. Okay. So this looks like it has, just looking on the lid, black, pink, maybe black, pink, and silver holo in it. That's what it looks like. Very fine. Black and pink, and then some silver holos. We've got Aqua Cadabra. It's a very pretty aqua blue. Again, has those silver holos in it. Brush of Blush. Okay, so this is a pink, again with those silver holos. Orangutan, I think, like obviously play on orangutan, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, this one is really pretty. It's like orange and red, and it's kind of iridescent orange. So this one isn't so much hollow as more of like iridescent mermaid kind of glitter, it appears. This is Purple Rain. This looks like it's going to be purple with the silver. Yes. A nice royal purple with that silver hollow glitter in it again. We have Heart of Gold, which looks like it's going to be the gold with the silver hollow. Yes. And finally we have Cherry on Top, which is a rich cherry red. It appears with the hollow glitter also. Oh, this is finer silver in here. So I'm going to go over the instructions for the liquids, and then I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all these colors out so I can show them to you swatched, and then I will pick a color and I will show you how the liquids work on the nail once I've done that. Okay, so now I have dipped out all the colors. I did 2 dips of each and 1 dip of my trusty double dipped clear over the top, and then I activated and I filed and buffed these. And I was looking at the instructions and I'm a little confused because it doesn't tell you to activate again before you do the top coat after buffing. It says buff your nails with the buffer, brush off any dust, apply a thin layer of the super shiny top coat, and then reapply the super shiny top coat until your nails look glossy. So I'm gonna try doing this the way they said. I'm not gonna apply any more activator. Now I know that we need activator to cure this top coat. However, it's possible maybe their activator is so strong that it only needs to be applied once. So I'm gonna follow their specific instructions first and see what happens. And I figured I would come back and do this with you on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply 1 layer of top coat. They said don't put too much, so doing 1 thin layer, and I'm just gonna watch it and see if it actually dries before I put the second one on. Now usually by now your top coat will be starting to cure a little bit and getting that kind of wrinkly look to let you know that it's curing. And this is still tacky. Okay. It's dry now, so I'm gonna put a second coat and we'll see how that dries. I will tell you that I did not wear my mask while I was doing these, and I know that a lot of you are going to yell at me for this, but I got a test to see how strong the liquids are as far as smell goes, and if they cause quick or mild dip flu or anything like that. And so far the smell is getting to me a little bit. It's not super strong, but I can definitely already feel it in my sinuses that I will have some congestion and sneezing tonight from this. I don't get a horrible dip flu, at least I haven't since I used triple vitamin, but I do get a pretty mild one. We'll see what this gives me. Hopefully nothing bad. Okay, let's look at our first one we did here. As far as shine goes, it's actually not too bad. Oh, it has not dried completely. So I'm thinking maybe if you take a little bit longer to file, you're gonna want to apply more activator and probably wait a couple minutes. I don't know the specific timing on these because it doesn't say anything about the sensitivity between top coat and activator, but okay, it's dry now, but it took longer than I'm used to for a top coat to dry. Let's see if this is, oh, it's not dry. So it does take a little bit longer to dry, but it appears to be working. Quite often with top coats, if you don't get the timing just right with the activator with them, they will not dry properly, they won't cure properly. So it looks like maybe this top coat is formulated to be a little more forgiving as far as timing goes with the activator. I would imagine that if I applied this top coat immediately after I put on activator, the top coat brush would harden and it would contaminate it. So maybe that's why they have the timing like that. But it's interesting. It's pretty much the exact opposite of my favorite dip top coat, double dipped, which you can apply usually almost immediately after activator and it dries perfectly and the brush doesn't harden. So it's just it's interesting. I'd have to play with it more to find out for sure, but these appear to be dry. So let's go over the colors. So first there was Chrome Sweet Chrome. I can turn on flash here and really get those Holo colors to pop out. It is beautiful. I love the fact that there are multiple sizes of Holo glitter in there. It gives it a nice depth. It does not chrome. I tried. So the name is a little confusing, but it's just a name, so that doesn't really matter. But the sparkle in it is really pretty. Next, we have our Nighty Night, which again, a really pretty dark sparkle. One thing I did notice about these ones that had the medium, or not medium, but the larger silver Holo sparkles in it, I had trouble getting consistent distribution of them. I'll show you that further along I get. So we have Aqua Cadabra, again a really pretty aqua Holo. If you are a Holo lover, you're gonna love this box. Then we have our Brush of Blush, which is one of the first ones that you can kind of see the inconsistent coverage with the silver. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but because these silver pieces are larger, they tend to congregate in one area. And I even shook this up a few times before dipping, and they just kind of like to cling together, and it gives it to where there's kind of like a chunk of the larger silver pieces about right here, but it's still a really pretty pink sparkle. This one might be my favorite. I know it's just a simple mermaid, like an orangey red mermaid, but I love these iridescents. It's just really beautiful. I've got Purple Rain. Again, this one also had, you can see going down this way, there's like a concentration of silver, extra silver, because I couldn't quite get even distribution with that. But again, a beautiful Holo sparkle. And then our Heart of Gold, which kind of had the same issue with the silver, but still a really pretty gold Holo. And finally our Cherry on Top, which is really nice. It's a nice rich cherry red. The silver in this is a much smaller silver, so we didn't have the problem with the distribution, and it just sparkles like the dickens, Anyway, yeah, these are really pretty, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put, you know me, I can't do multiple different kinds of sparkles on my nails, really. It drives me a little bit crazy, but I feel like I have to. So we're going to do, I don't know. I'm gonna go off camera. I'm going to fix my nails up for dipping, and I will come back and we'll see what I'm gonna put on. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and just quickly put a little stiletto tip on the end of that because it was just the tip of the nail that was coming off. And I applied my double dipped peel off base coat, which I do on my dominant hand because I like to change this one a lot. I'm just gonna have to ask you all to excuse my busted up cuticles right now because the cold weather really does a number on my dominant hand, and it just doesn't look pretty, but it is what it is and I can't do anything about it. So this is what we are going to do today. I'm going to be using Chrome Sweet Chrome in Nighty Night to do a little bit of an ombre. I'm just going to ombre the two colors on all the nails. Yeah, I'm doing an ombre on my dominant hand. We'll see how this comes out. So I have my, it's a Sephora shadow brush that I'm just going to be using for this look. And I have decided that after I explain how I'm doing the first nail, I will be putting my mask back on. Wearing that for the rest of this because I just don't want to tempt fate too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first nail. Where's my base? Here we go. The one thing about these is the bottles are all the same. There are no color indicators, so it can be a little confusing. I did realize at one point in my swatching that I was using the top coat as a base coat because I couldn't tell. I mean, they're so similar. Okay, so for this look, I am going to start with doing one single dip of the silver first. So my peel base is dry. So I'm just gonna do one dip of the silver. We're gonna see how quickly this dries, if it's able to dry or if it dries partially on the nail before I'm able to dip. It does appear to be at least slightly self-leveling. I was noticing that on the swatch as well, that if I went on streaky, it would settle itself into a smooth layer, so that's nice. So here's our first dip of the nail, or rather lay of the nail into the glitter. That is so sparkly and pretty. Okay, let's see if this is dry enough for me to brush off without disturbing the layer. Yeah, looks like. And it's a pretty decent coverage for one coat. There are some more bare spots where it was mostly the smaller, finer glitters that didn't cover quite as much, but it wasn't that bad. So now I'm going to do the ombre part. I'm going to cover the nail entirely with a very liberal coat. Get my brush into the glitter here. Hope that I can tap this on properly with my other hand. Very gentle, gentle taps. You don't want us to just start dumping glitter all over. Make sure you're turning your nail side to side so you're getting the sides too. And then I'm going to come in with the silver again and just to cover the tips, and we'll see if this is still wet enough to capture the glitter. Alright, I think it looks good. So I'm just going to dust off the excess here with the brush. By the way, I did try the Cuticle Pusher that comes in the kit, and I'm honestly not a big fan of it. The tip of it is not thin, like the tip of my professional one has a nice thin edge, so it can really get in and under the cuticle and scrape away any invisible cuticle. This just kind of is blunt and pushes, and I didn't love it. I do like this edge though, that's going to be very useful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the rest of the nails. Okay, now I have done that on all of the nails. I'm going to go ahead and do a dip of clear on each one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate these now. Putting a nice generous coat of activator on here. Largely because if I'm going to be attempting this method that they suggest in their instructions, I want to make sure that there's enough activator in the base layers. And these are almost dry, so this is actually a pretty quick drying activator, which I like. I'm not going to have to wait 5 minutes or so for the activator to dry. I'm still going to wait just a few more just to be sure before I start filing away so I don't mess up the nail. Okay, I think these are dry, so I'm going to go ahead and file them. File and buff. And I'm going to use their file and their buff, unless they're their buffer. Let's see how it works. Okay, so done filing. I did like the files a lot, however, do remember to file away at the edges of brand new files because they can tear your cuticles up when you're going around the cuticle if they're too rough. So I just get, you know, the gritty side of another file and just run it along the edge to kind of smooth that out so it's not so abrasive on your skin. I love the little buffer. I think that this may be my new go-to buffer. It works really well, nice and smooth, not like, you know, my little polar block is a little bit rougher. This is smoother and I love it. So now will be the moment of truth because we're not going to activate these again. We're supposed to just go straight in with the top coat. So let's see what happens. And again, that top coat is pretty strong. I didn't wear my mask to put it on again because I wanted to test that. I will, when I upload this video, I will put in the comments, I'll put a comment as to whether or not I end up with dip flu so that you can all know. While this is drying, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my overall impression. So I really actually like the liquids, that is if this top coat dries. I like that you don't have to apply the second activator, and that the top coat still, we'll see, dries. Now, if it dries super shiny on a solid, I cannot say. This is dry, I do feel a little bit of texture, but it could just be the glitter still coming through a little bit. So it may not have that super glossy finish on a solid, but that is something I can test another time. But the fact that it dries, this one is now dry too. Okay. I think that's pretty neat. I have not used liquids before that would actually dry and with a shine without applying a second activator, so that's pretty good. As far as the glitters go, I love the sparkle in them. I mean, you can't deny that they are sparkle heaven. They are, I mean, they're pretty simple glitters, but they're very pretty. I don't love the ones with the larger pieces of the silver holo in them, just because, as I said, it gives it inconsistent coverage because of the different sizes and colors, but they're pretty good. And considering this is a $40 kit for 8 colors, these are all 4.4 ounce, so almost a half ounce. 8 almost half ounce colors, full set of liquids that work really nicely. Your buffing block, your file, your cuticle pusher, your brush. I think that's a really great deal for 40 bucks. So for a beginner especially, these appear to be very user-friendly, beginner-friendly liquids. I do want to test on a solid and see just how the top coat would come out on it. So that's what I did. I went and got a black swatch that I had. I filed it down, applied activator. I waited probably about 3 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes, and then applied the top coat twice. And the shine is pretty good. As you can see, it's not perfectly smooth, but again, it's difficult to test timing perfectly the way they want it when you're trying to time it out. They want you to file your nail and then top coat. But that's an idea of how it might look over a solid, which isn't bad. Anyway, here is my finished set from my Glitzzy Nails Holo Collection kit. I will put the link below if you're interested in getting it. It is a good deal for the $40. You can't get much better than that. So I will leave the link below. And if you have any questions or comments or curiosities, you can let me know below as well. Thank you again for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.